thought she was white, the perfect daughter, a second chance at life, but the DNA results said otherwise. And then they came knocking. The hospital lights buzzed overhead, flickering faintly as Officer Ray Matheson flexed his bruised wrist. He told the nurse it happened during a scuffle with a suspect. Some junkie kid who wouldn't go down. Truth was, he'd shoved an unarmed black teen so hard against a dumpster that his own hand snapped back on impact. The boy lay unconscious. Ray got a sling and paperwork. Same as always. As he sat in the waiting room, the smell of alcohol wipes stung his nose. Behind him, a nurse raised her voice at someone. "She's not safe there. She came in with bruises again." Ray turned. A little girl sat quietly on the far bench, legs dangling, her face half-shadowed by messy blonde curls. A red mark streaked across her cheek. She was 5, maybe 6, white as snow, blue eyes, silent. Something tugged at Ray's gut. He didn't understand it. But when he asked about her, the nurse told him the girl had been found as a baby and had bounced through the system. Another foster home, another bruise. "Name's Emily. She doesn't say much." By the time Ray left that night, he'd begun the process. 2 months later, she was in his house, and she called him Dad. Ray's home in Bridgeport was spotless, one of those old Chicago neighborhoods where nothing changed but the window blinds. He lived alone, a man of rules, discipline, and routine. Emily fit in perfectly. She spoke softly, woke up on time, ate without mess. Her hair was always brushed, her manners crisp. He put her in private school, enrolled her in Bible classes, bought her dolls with pink dresses, and told her never to ask questions about her past. She didn't. Meanwhile, Ray patrolled the same streets he always had, mostly black neighborhoods, ticketing people for nothing, pressing kids into walls, breaking up groups that looked suspicious. He taught Emily to stay away from those areas, told her to cross streets when she saw trouble. He never yelled at her. He never had to. She obeyed. It was a Tuesday when Emily brought the envelope home. A school science initiative, DNA testing to trace ancestry and build a family tree. Educational. Fun. Ray smirked. "They're gonna have fun trying to match you with anyone." He signed the form without blinking. After all, she wasn't his blood. What could possibly come of it? Emily swabbed her cheek at school the next day, dropped the kit in a padded envelope, forgot about it. But someone didn't. Ray was drinking stale coffee at his kitchen table when the email came. Subject: urgent, parent match, further review required. He clicked. DNA test confirms a 99.98% biological match between Emily Matheson and Ray Matheson. He blinked. The mug slipped from his fingers. What? She couldn't be his. He'd never had kids. And then, at the bottom of the page, a smaller line chilled his blood. This DNA profile is also linked to an unresolved homicide case. Naomi Carter. Cold case file, number 9821. His heart stopped. Naomi. 5 years ago, she was beautiful, confident, worked nights at the precinct, mopping the floors. He walked like a king. Naomi Carter didn't bow her head, didn't act grateful. Ray hated that. One night, she showed up shaking, said she was pregnant, said it was his. He laughed, told her to get rid of it, that no black child would carry his name, that she'd ruin him. She said she was keeping the baby. He said she wouldn't. He drove her out to Calumet Woods, told her he just wanted to talk. When she resisted, when she screamed, he wrapped his hands around her throat and squeezed. But headlights appeared, a couple pulling off the road nearby. Ray panicked. He fled. He thought she'd die. She almost did. She gave birth in the dirt, alone, screaming into the trees. By dawn, the couple found her body, and the baby crying next to her. They called 911. The baby was taken to the hospital. And Ray showed up hours later, his wrist busted from another arrest. He never knew Naomi survived long enough to deliver. Never knew the baby he adopted was his. Until now. Ray stared at Emily across the table. Her curls had grown longer. Her eyes were still blue, still trusting. He felt sick, all those years calling her his second chance, his little blessing, his clean slate. She was the evidence he thought he buried. The past was clawing its way back, and it had her smile. It happened 3 days later. A knock at the door. Ray opened it to find two detectives standing under the porch light. Behind them, squad cars idled. "Officer Matheson," one said, "we have a warrant. It's about the Naomi Carter case." Emily watched from behind the staircase rail. She didn't cry. She didn't speak. Just watched the man she called Dad get led into the night. He thought he'd erased her, erased Naomi, erased the child, but blood always remembers, even when you don't. Do you think the cop got what he deserved? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more gripping stories.